Welcome to Rubasha podcast family. I am Aloys Rubasha. I'm your preacher today, and I am your motivational speaker. Today, we're going to share my knowledge and my experience. I'm a preacher by knowledge and by experience. And also I want to remind you, this is a family podcast. This is what I'm going to share with you. It's my personal belief and also is my personal opinion. What we are going to talk is just to continue to motivate each other. I'm preached by faith. And you know, faith comes from hearing, and the hearing comes for preaching of Word of God. Tonight, I'm going to preach you the Word of God. And I hope and I know you believe in God. I believe in God. By believing in God, we want to share, and I want to motivate you. I want to inspire you, especially you, my brothers and sisters, African. We want to now to know and to share a new belief, a new translation for what we believe and what we have been taught. And as I say, let's we share. Let's we motivate each other. Let's we inspire each other through the Word and through the preaching the Word of God. My background, I was born in Africa. I was born in a small country in Rwanda, Kigali. And I was raised in a Catholic family. I went to every ceremony for Catholic, I be baptized, everything I did it. I attended Saint Michel Cathedral in Kigali. I moved to Kenya, and I live in Nairobi, and I changed. I become Protestant. I changed because my wife Rose, she was Protestant. And we attend Nairobi Chapel in Nairobi City. And again, I immigrate in Australia, and also I change. I become Presbyterian, and I attend Bexley Presbyterian Church, and where I meet Mr. and Mrs. Brown and become my pastor all the time in Australia. So my experience in the church, growing up in the church, Sunday school, that one I have it. But when I live in Rwanda, I live in the world of innocence. And I moved to Kenya, and I live in life of experience. And I came to Australia. Now I live in life of imagination. So all those combined, all those experiences in life, it can let me to share. It can let me to talk about our experience, about our wisdom. This is how elderly used to do it long time back home. They could be sit together and they can share. And that's what I will try to bring with the new technology. And you can share my opinion, my belief, and we can move forward to motivate and to inspire each other. Tonight, don't go far, my topic is, who are you? When somebody asks you, who are you? And you know straight away what you answer, you could just answer now. Where you are sitting, where you're watching, wherever you now, when you see this podcast and ask you, who are you? In your mind straight away, you go to know the answer, how to say it. But tonight, I'm going to let you know, I'm going to tell you the truth, just who are you. And also, you can tell to others. And also others, they can tell the others. You were Jesus Christ. You were the Lord. Because the reason I'm saying is that our mind, your mind, is just the living God. We have been taught the God live outside in the sky. But the new translation here we can share is that God live with us. Is that God live in your mind. And that word I'm going to try to share with you. To show you, to reason you, why I can say you, where you're sitting, you are Jesus. You are the Lord, and everything is in you. That's what you're going to tell others. But before you do that, you have to witness in yourself. You have to see what I'm saying. It's right. How are you going to find it? Within yourself. This is what happened. It took me for 2 years and to accept that my mind, it's my God. My mind, it's my Jesus. My mind, it's everything. Even I'm sure for you, you're going to take some time to believe that. But after witnessing myself, after seeing myself in me, that is where now I stand up. I can even record and I can even now to share with you. And this program I learned, this teaching I learned from a motivational speaker called Neville Goddard. You will Google it, you go to find it because we have to share this story. The other things I'm going to tell you tonight is that God has given a man, only a man, 2 gifts. A gift of mind and a gift of speech. And speech is image of mind. And mind is image of God. And that is what the union of mind and speech, this is our life. This is what life means. This is why I say we are God. Because there's nothing where you are sitting now. Anything you're going to think now, your past, your present, your future, where are you right now, you can see it. For me, I can see my past and my present, my future right now. Everything's in your mind. There's nothing outside which comes to your mind. Even I can tell you, even if you have lost the lost, or you have lost the loved one, your parents could have passed away, your friend, everybody who surrounding you. But where are you now? You can see them in your mind. I've been experienced to see my parents in my mind. I talk them. In my mind, I can see where we were walking. I can see where my father was walking, was doing everything. My mother, my friends. I remember my friends who we went to school together. We went to do things together. Everything we had with them, everything we did, it's our mind. That is why I'm saying our mind is everything. Our mind is our God, because He has everything. Nothing now you have achieved from now without coming through your mind first. Nothing. In the Bible they say, I and my father were one. But my father is greater than me. Who is the father who is greater than you? Where is he? If I say I and my father are one, it's your mind. Your mind is your father. Your mind is everything you go to ask through. Because your mind, he has everything you went through. And he has everything you go to wish. Your mind has your future. Your future before comes, you go to see it first in your mind. And the Bible says also, in the beginning, the Word was with God. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. When you hear that, what is the word means there? The word means you. You are God. In the beginning, the word was God. It's you who was with God in the beginning. In the beginning, God created this world. God was with the man. And they say again, he was with God in the beginning. Through him, everything was made. Without him, nothing was made that had been made. When you look, there is nothing in this world has been made without first seeing it in somebody's mind. Every invention you have had, somebody has seen it in his mind first before it comes to reality. Everything is invented. We could say anything. This camera in front of me, the chairs, even when you're sitting there, look, everything there, it was invented, it was created by one person. He sees in his mind and he brings others' mind to bring it in reality. And that is how everything's been done, everything been worked. It worked through the mind. It worked through the Jesus. And that's why again they say, you will go not to heaven without going through Jesus. No things you are just a place you are walking in, you go to heaven. No. I want to remind you again, heaven and hell is not an area. It's not an area where we will be going to see or where we are going, something being judged. No. Heaven and hell, they are in your mind. That is the good and evil. Everything you achieve successful, that is your hell. Oh, sorry, that is your heaven. And everything, it doesn't go through well, it doesn't be successful, that is passing through hell. You could be married You have everything, but you live in hell. You could be living by your parents. You have everything, but you live in hell because of the condition of life you live. And each of us, he can go live in hell or live in heaven. That's how life is. And our life experience is to experience two things, the good and evil. The good and evil always is 50-50. It comes the good and it comes the bad. And it's a recycle. All those things we go to know, we get used to it. But when you start now to know who are you, when you start to know your mind is your God, it makes now easier and to understand and to go to choose where to go to live. To go to live in hell or to live in heaven. Because everything is within you. All responsibility is within you. All the good and the bad is within you. What do you go to choose? It's hard to choose because always there with you. Every fruit, you have to plant it. Every food we have to eat, we have to plant the food. And if the crop, they are not good, you are not going to harvest anything. It's the same. Your mind, it's what you go to plant. That's how the reality of this life is. You plant in your mind the good, you harvest the good. You plant in your mind the bad or the hell, you harvest the hell. That is why this law, we want to share, we want to teach you. The motivation to be able to do, especially for young and African one, the generation young. We have to teach you, to tell you both of this translation. You can choose which one you go for or which one you don't go for. Thank you.